Hey friends! Welcome to today's video. Today I have a concealer hack video, but this one's a little different. I'm going to share 6 hacks on how you can use concealer in ways you might not have thought about. So this isn't necessarily all focused on covering under the eye. This is using your concealer in other creative ways in your makeup application. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lisa and I'm a former makeup artist and a cosmetics trainer. I used to train all over South Texas makeup artists in 8 different markets on how to do makeup. I love teaching makeup in simple, attainable ways. So if you're into videos like that, be sure and subscribe. So today's video is actually in partnership with Tarte Cosmetics, and I'm really excited about this one because I'm going to be sharing more about their new Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer. I'll just give you guys a moment. I'm always excited to try new concealers, but the fact that this is like the Shape Tape family, I was so excited. I am a huge fan and lover of the original Shape Tape concealer. I feel like that particular product had such a big moment when it launched. When was that? A few years ago? I lose track of time, but in the last 6 years or so that has launched, and I remember like the hype behind that product, and I remember picking it up and trying it and being like, okay, I get it. It's one of my favorite concealers. You know, I'm on YouTube. I buy products all the time and test products all the time, so it's been a while since I've used the original Shape Tape, but that definitely was a product that I picked up for YouTube purposes to review, and I continued to purchase over and over again. So I was real excited to try the Ultra Creamy Concealer. It's basically a hydrating creamy version of the original. So the original, you know, is full coverage, so is the Ultra Creamy. It's full coverage as well. The Ultra Creamy has a built-in eye cream into it, and it offers 24-hour hydration. It's crease proof, it's waterproof. Did I say that it has a natural matte finish? I really like that. I like the texture of creamy concealers, but I don't like when they don't like set and stay in place and they move or shift or stay emollient. I don't like that. So I love that this concealer sets and has more of a natural matte finish. I do have a discount code for you guys that I will share in the description box below. It is lisaj15, and it gets you guys 15% off of Tarte's website. I believe all full price products. So they do have kind of like value bundled products, the concealer, either the original or the creamy version with the Glow Wand, which is another product that I've been using and loving. This is a great product, a versatile product. You can mix it with your foundation, mix it with your moisturizer, use it on top of your makeup to give the skin a little bit of a glow. And then also they have bundles with the Man Eater mascara, which I have on today. I've been wearing this a ton lately. I have like 4 tubes of this. It's really good, you guys. It actually, like, I'm gonna show you the wand because I think that's one of the special parts about this brush. And this one is actually an older one that I had, so this is not a new bottle, and you can see that it's not thick or clumpy at all. I really love this. I love all the teeth. It really grasps the lashes, lifts them, and separates them, and it gives volume and length, which is, you know, I always look for mascaras like that. So I will have all the information in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started with the 6 hacks. So the first hack is using your concealer to highlight the face. Now, I know you probably have seen this hack shared time after time over the last couple of years, but I wanted to give you guys practical tips to make this work, because I think if you are over the age of like 35, using a concealer to spread all over your face sometimes is too much. So my recommendations are to use a hydrating creamy concealer similar to the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer, and also being very careful that you do not apply too much. So if that means that applying the concealer to your back of your hand and then using your finger to apply it on the face, what I love about the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy is the wand is actually, it makes it really easy to apply on the face without applying too much. And basically what you want to do is highlight the areas of the face where the light hits it. So if you imagine that you have a, let's see, we'll use my concealer as my flashlight. If you have a flashlight, you know, pointed down at your forehead, where is the light hitting? It is hitting the forehead, it is hitting the bridge of the nose, it is hitting the apple or the cheekbone, under the eye a little bit, Cupid's bow, wherever you just want to highlight and make more prominent, that is where you would apply highlighter. Now I would recommend doing this when your skin is pretty freshly moisturized, just so the concealer blends in really well, and I do recommend using a sponge to blend it in, because a sponge really helps prevent the mistake of applying too much product. It really presses the product. Where's my sponge? Where's my sponge? I just used it. It really allows you to press the product into the skin while at the same time absorbing excess product. So hack number 2 is actually mixing your concealer with your tinted sunscreen. Now, I love this hack for someone who doesn't want to do a whole lot of steps in the morning, like your sunscreen, your concealer, your foundation, or maybe you're like me where you have your makeup kind of all over. Most of the makeup lives here in my beauty room. I have a very small collection downstairs in my actual bathroom. So when I'm ready to put on full makeup, I always come up here, but when I'm just like out the door quickly, it's always done downstairs. And that is a hack that I do a lot. I will take my concealer and I'll highlight the face similar to what I showed you guys in the first hack, and then I'll take my tinted moisturizer and I will apply that and blend that into the skin. Now, if you feel like you need extra tinted moisturizer, like if you feel like, you know, using it as your makeup is not enough, go ahead and apply a layer in the morning and then, you know, do whatever you need to do, come and then do your concealer highlighting technique and then apply a little bit more. So you're basically using your tinted SPF as your foundation. You're still gonna get great coverage like you would from a foundation because that concealer is a more pigmented, fuller coverage product than a typical foundation. So don't be fooled. It's not like you're not gonna get coverage. It really is gonna depend on how much concealer you put, is how much coverage you get, if that makes sense. Another way to get more coverage from that is taking a pressed powder or maybe a foundation powder and using a fluffy large brush to lightly set everything, and that'll just kind of mattify things and give a little bit more coverage. Okay, so hack number 3 goes along with the idea of just being pressed for time or not having a lot of products, trying to do your makeup quickly with minimal products, and that is to use your concealer as an eye primer. And for this, I would recommend using more of a matte concealer or definitely one that sets. I would avoid using very creamy, very emollient concealers that do not set. For that purpose, either one of the Shape Tape Original or the Ultra Creamy would work out really well. If you have very dry eyelids, then I would definitely do the Shape Tape Ultra Creamy. If you have very oily eyelids, then I would try the original Shape Tape. What I love about this hack is it's gonna accomplish all the same goals as an eye primer. It's gonna give, 1, the eyeshadow something to adhere to, so it intensifies the color. 2, it's gonna keep it wearing all day, if you choose the right concealer, of course. And then 3, it cancels out any darkness on the lid. So if you have, you know, veins on your lid or darker eyelids like most of us all do, it's going to cancel that out and just give a really bright canvas for the eyelid. So the next hack is highlighting the brow bone. Now for this, you want to take a concealer that is definitely brighter than your natural skin tone. You don't want to go with a concealer that is really deep peach undertone like some of us use to color correct. You want to look for a brighter one. Now you can do this a couple of different ways. I would recommend using a brush, but depending on what type of look you're going for will depend on the brush you want to grab. I'm going to show you guys 2 options. You know, obviously you can use any brush you have, but I want to show you for sake of comparing the shapes. So obviously this brush is bigger and fluffier, but it has a flat edge here. So this fits right underneath the brow very, very well. Because it's fluffier, it's going to blend the product out really natural, okay? So if you don't want a real cut brow, you can use a brush like this and it'll really just softly blend out that product and give a very natural effect. Now, if you want to carve out your brow and create like, you know, a more carved out brow, use a smaller brush, something that is dense and short hair. If you have something that's longer hair, that's fine too, but you just want to make sure that it's a really dense, like synthetic, firm brush, not a fluffy brush. And this will allow you to really carve out underneath the brow and achieve that like really carved out brow highlight. You can also use this on the top of your brow too if you want to highlight the upper brow as well. Basically what you're doing is you're tracing the top and the bottom of the brow with your concealer. So hack number 5 is probably my favorite to talk about because I feel like this hack actually hack 5 and 6 are kind of my favorite because they really make such a noticeable difference. And hack number 5 is cleaning up your eye makeup while also lifting the eyes. So basically what you're going to want to do is after you've applied your eye makeup, including your eyeliner and your mascara and everything, you want to take your concealer, and I actually like to apply it on my hand rather than, you know, go directly in with the wand because you're going to apply too much if you do that. You just want a very, very small amount. And you're going to take your like tiny little detail brush and you are basically going to create that line of concealer. That's going to clean up any shadow that might have come down, but also because it's a lighter, brighter concealer, it is going to lift and elongate the eyes. It is such a like noticeable but natural enhancement to your makeup. Now, you can definitely apply it with a small brush, but if you find that it is not blending out, then you can of course take a sponge. This is actually Tarte's sponge, something that has a real fine tip, and blend it out that way as well. So, you know, you can just do all the work with the little brush. It's just gonna take a little bit longer, but a sponge is a great option too. And the last hack is kind of a piggyback to hack number 5, but now we are focusing on the lips. So for this hack, you wanna take a very small detailed brush and basically trace the lip with a brighter concealer in all the areas that you want the lip to look fuller, more pronounced. Now for me, I went ahead and did the whole lip, but you certainly can just do the Cupid's bow if you want, or the bottom of the lip. That creates a real pretty pout, puckered look. Now, the key is, again, finding a concealer that is lighter and brighter than your skin tone. You don't want to go too light because then it looks strange, but it needs to be light enough to highlight that area. Now, this is going to not only highlight that area, but it's also going to create a border for your lips. So if you wear a bold color or you wear a lipstick that tends to feather, this is going to help control that, because now you've created this little border. An additional step that you can do to really kind of lock it in is use a powder, a light loose powder around that area, just to set it to keep, you know, your lipstick or lip liner from feathering. That wraps up this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed these hacks. Let us know if you have any other hacks as it relates to concealer. I will have all the information and my discount code in the description box below for you guys. Also, I want to mention in Tarte's Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer, I'm the shade 22N, which is the same shade that I am in the original Shape Tape. I will say that the colors are slightly different. I think that the Ultra Creamy is a little bit lighter. Let me show you guys. So this is the original. I meant to do this in the introduction, but I forgot. So I do want to make sure I include it at the end. Okay, so let me show you. And then we'll wrap this video up and I'll have all the info in the description box. Okay, so right here is the Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Ultra Creamy, and then right here is Shape Tape Original. So you can see that it's a slight difference. Both of them work for me though. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.